Jupiter North and South Node family. If y'all got Cancer in your chart, this message is for you. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Okay, so something going on in the subconscious mind that you're teeter-tottering about. So you are a creative. You designer, artist, entrepreneur. You are a creator. You are in a position where you design, whatever that is, some sort of, you could be an architect, whatever like creative work that you're doing, whatever creative work that you're doing or that you're wanting to pursue and do, you're being a little closed-minded about the possibilities and opportunities that are available to you is what I'm hearing and seeing. You could just have this fear of, I'm hearing fear of abandonment issues, fear of losing out, fear of being judged by what it is that you love and you are putting your time and energy or want to put your time and energy into when it comes to this creative expression, creative project, creative flow of life. You feel me? You are allowing failed past relationships, failed marriages, failed projects, failed to allow you to see who you are through these failed endeavors, projects, relationships. You've allowed that to be so stuck in your subconscious mind that it forces you not to take initiative and be in denial about a lot of things in your life is what I'm hearing and seeing. You've defined failure as your identity is what I'm hearing and seeing, when truly deep down, as an artist, as a designer, as somebody who has an open mind to freely express yourself, you know that you can transcend that failure into beautiful new beginnings, into beautiful opportunities, into transcending that into your projects and your drawings and your creative expressions. However, you've allowed these losses in your life to identify you as a human being. Don't let past setbacks define your future. Stay focused on your positive outcome, as your thoughts and beliefs will directly affect your reality. And this is something that has been going on for you for some time. You've been in denial of this relationship, of you expressing yourself authentically, of you being in a space of fully being you is what I'm seeing and hearing. You've allowed a lot of the failure in the past to identify your future. You no longer want to love. You no longer want to. All relationships are going to be the same. All careers are going to be the same. All people are the same is what I'm hearing and seeing. When in reality, that isn't true. It's just what you had to experience was all the same because you were in that vibration of being the same, if that makes sense. You have allowed, again, heavy emphasis on, you've allowed these setbacks, these delays, these trauma bonding, this low vibrational energy to affect your future. You've allowed your past to affect your future, which has caused you to not fuel yourself with true love of yourself, expressing yourself just freely, beautifully, authentically, of being you. And so you've been really in your mind about how it is that you even want to do this project, this being your authentic self is what I'm hearing and seeing. When a lot of the time it's been coming from this King of Pentacles in reverse. So very toxic, low vibration, as we were saying, in denial and using material gains to just suppress a lot of things that you didn't want to talk about, that you didn't want to look at, that within yourself is what I'm hearing and seeing. So this is why a lot of things, empty promises, a lot of, even yourself, you could have given empty promises to people. You've been in this energy of lack, low vibration, of closed mind, of denial, of loss, and it hasn't been fulfilling you. And you're starting to see that. You're starting to understand that. It's been putting you in your mind about just life in general for the past 8 years. You're waking up to this new beginning within yourself, 9 of Wands, where you are starting to see the true divine version of you. You're starting to see who you are. A true artist lives their art. Let your life be your canvas and you will create your greatest masterpiece. You're starting to understand that you are your own masterpiece. You're starting to awaken into this freedom within yourself of truly allowing yourself to be in this freedom, in this happiness is what I'm hearing. So you could have been very pessimistic when it came to just a lot of things in life because of all the setbacks and failures of everything. Keep hearing marriage, setbacks of marriage, of failure in marriage and family dynamic, traditional things that have caused you to just fully close up because of all the judgment, everything that has failed in your life. You've created that in your subconscious mind to identify you and everybody else outside of you of everything and everybody's a failure. So something has switched in your mind. Something has changed in your perspective. Something gave you this understanding of, oh, I'm seeing that isn't true. I'm seeing that just because of these setbacks and these failures, it doesn't need to define my future. It doesn't need to define me characteristically. It doesn't need to define me. Everything, you're standing in your independent energy, and this is what's creating this passionate, fiery new beginning within yourself. You're activating that central sexual chakra, sacral chakra of the artistry. You're creating from that space now. You're activating those passions. You're activating that creative space that has been dormant because of that has been closed because of the past experiences. Look, what did I say? This 9 of Pentacles, you're becoming free. You're becoming free of those burdens. You're becoming free-spirited. You're becoming open-minded. You're starting to see you. You're starting to see everything for what it is, and you're accepting for what it is, and now you're flowing and allowing. You're letting go. You're opening your heart. You see how they have their hands just wide open. The heart chakra is now wide open, is now free because it was closed. It was closed and you weren't allowing yourself to be this artist, to be this creator of your life, of your reality. You weren't allowing yourself because of the past mistakes, heartbreaks, all of it. You're now getting into this space of your own divine freedom, of your own divine will, of who you were always meant to be. And this is what is going to attract your abundance. This is what is going to attract love into your life. You fully loving on you and understanding what that is. And now you're starting to embrace this beautiful awakening in yourself. King of Swords. Yeah, you're starting to look at you, and it's starting to glow off of you. This confidence is starting to shape in you. You're starting to become more discerning when it comes to the direction you want to go towards. You're starting to take the initiative. You're starting to become that king, queen, however that resonates for y'all. You're starting to take that leadership of knowing you have this confidence within yourself now. You're no longer in denial about your situation, your situations past. You're fully accepting of everything that has happened now. And this is a beautiful space to be, fam. I'm telling you, when you decide to accept and forgive everything of your past, fam, I'm telling you that, I'm getting chills. That's the freedom. That's the freedom. That's where you can become who you've always been wanting to become. This is where you get to know you. This is where you get to know you fully. This is the freedom. This is the key of unlocking the space that was so closed inside of you for years. 9 years it could have been. 10 years. You're now in the space of discernment. And that's what is igniting this passionate new beginning within you. So welcome to your awakening, fam. Here's the next phase, the next steps of your awakening. And so here we are, here we go. And you're accepting this. You're feeling really great. You're feeling really confident. You're feeling really good. You're feeling really boastful is what I'm seeing and hearing. You're igniting that passion within you, and you're opening up to the possibilities of what you can do, what you can build, what you could become. There's this, you're getting that clarity. There's a message that's going to be coming in fast, or you're wanting to send this to somebody, however that resonates. There's divine orchestration that's happening for your awakening right now. And you're starting to see the signs of synchronicities that are coming in fast for you. You're no longer in denial of what is being seen and what needs to be seen and heard and understood by you, is what I'm seeing and hearing. You're no longer in this closed-minded denial of identifying yourself to all your past experiences. When you allow yourself to no longer identify yourself to all your mistakes, that's your freedom. That's your key. That's your key to letting, that's your key to letting all the burdens go. 5 of Pentacles. You being stuck in this closed-minded energy has affected your pentacles, has affected your money especially, and that's always how that works, fam. When you aren't listening and paying to the signs and synchronicities that guide your ancestors, the universe, whoever it is you pray to, when they have been giving you the keys of getting to a space of this knowing within yourself, and you've been denying it for a long time, they cut your shit off materialistically, however that is, losing a lot of things, taking everything away from you, fam. If you're not listening and paying attention to all the signs and synchronicities, and this is what has been going on for you for some time, now you are starting to pay attention and being awakened to this knowing of yourself. Now you are accepting, is what I'm hearing. Now you're accepting you. Now you're accepting you and the space that you've been and the space that you're going. The direction you're going. Now you have opened up to you and fully accepted and are still healing through this phase and still understanding all this karmic energy and contracts that you had to go through in order for you to get to the space, because you've been in your mind and you've been closed-minded about this space within yourself for a very long time, because it, again, failure, judgment of people, places, of, not fulfilling other people's needs. People pleasing is what I'm hearing and seeing. When in true reality, we all need to please ourselves and comfort and love ourselves and set those healthy boundaries for ourselves, fam. So you're awakening. Yeah. You're awakening to this new beginning. You're balancing out your feminine and masculine energy. Queen of Swords and King of Swords coming out. You are understanding what it is and who it is and how to balance this divine energy within yourself. When to be compassionate. As I was saying, being that people pleaser. When to be compassionate with the Queen of Swords and setting that healthy boundary with love. When to be very discerning when people are stepping over your boundaries. And so then you got to be that King of Sword with more of a masculine energy of being more direct and honest and a little bit more masculine and aggressive. So you're balancing this out, and this is what's pushing you into you becoming the Emperor and fully aligned in that yin and yang within yourself, fam. Ooh, Cancer. If y'all are here, baby, y'all are here. Welcome to the Soul Family gang for doing this work. This shit is grimy, but y'all already know. Y'all are really feeling it and seeing it, that this is where we're all meant to be and all meant to travel, to get to know us, to see us, get to awaken into our beautiful divine self. You're going to be celebrating. You're going to have better network of people that want to create and co-create with you, is what I'm hearing and seeing when it comes to those projects that you've been wanting, as we were talking about in the beginning, that you want to push forward and put forward. You're becoming this beautiful divine version of you. Now you're going to attract the same beautiful divine versions of other people that are ready to meet you. Ooh! Cancer, I love this message. Love, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and fully being merging and marrying into yourself and attracting these long-term committed relationships to you, fam. Cancer, I love this message. Claim this in the comments, fam. Thank you guys a trillion times for being right here, rocking with your girl. Love, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll tap in with you soon, fam. Peace and so much love.